In Isaiah, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to lean in again.
Yep.
Okay, ready? When we left, you were talking about how Fatima appeared
Yes,
at
ma'am.
this point. What did you see? You described her as being pale, her eyes like rolling up in her head.
hmm
Um, Anything else that she appeared to you?
Um, at first she was trying to fight it, and then she kind of just like her arms kind of just frizzed out a little bit, and then she just like went limp.
So to make sure, because again, I want to make sure that everyone heard you. You said at first she was trying to fight it, and then did you use the word frizzed out? Is that how you described it?
Yeah, like it was like her arms were like moving around for a second.
So she was trying to fight it, then she frizzed out, her arms were moving around for like a second, and then you said she just went limp.
Yes, ma'am.
When she went limp, were her dad's arms still around her neck?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is everyone else doing at this point while she is limp?
Freaking out.
They're freaking out.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember if any of the adults are there at that point?
No, ma'am.
No, you don't remember? Okay,
Just need a verbal response to the
No,
last
ma'am.
one.
thank you. And at some point, then, once adults arrived, was the crowd or adults able to get her loose?
Yes, ma'am.
And what happened when they were trying to release her? What happened next, as you remember?
I just kept punching him, and then I saw his eyes go closed and his grip released, and whoever came in pulled like the rest of his arms off of her, and she was able to get free.
Okay. And what happens when, so you said the adults there, she's released, and what happens when she's released?
Um, Once I seen her get up, she was very concussed. She didn't know what was going on. I tried to like get her so I could lead her so we could like to the school so we could get somewhere safe.
And did she get right up then from being released by her dad or being made to be released by her dad? Should she get up right up and you guys go to the school? Or
Um,
what did that look like?
no, ma'am. It was more or less like she was on the ground and then she got herself up with my help. And then we were gonna walk back to the school, but her mom and sister showed up.
Okay. And so you next remember then seeing mom and sister as you're trying to get back to the school. What happens? What does this look like?
Um, well, once I see them coming up, her mother is like screaming and crying, and she grabs Fatima like around her throat area and like is sobbing, and we're like me and Zayla like we were confused on why she was doing that after what happened, and then like me Fatima like pushed like tried to get her off, and then we all like they both fell to the ground,
And
and
when I'm going to stop you for a second. They both, who both?
Fatima and her mom.
Okay. And then what happens?
And then she was still screaming and crying, and like her arms were still like kind of on her like throat and chest area.
And do you remember if you saw Fatima's mom? Well, first of all, you've met Fatima's mom before. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said, I believe, her mom and sister, who is her sister?
uh yeah, Haneen.
Okay. Had you met Haneen before?
Yes,
And so do you recognize Haneen when you see Haneen?
absolutely.
Okay. And do you remember how they were dressed that day? Meaning, do you remember what Haneen was wearing versus what Fatima's mom was wearing?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was Mrs. Ali wearing versus Haneen?
um it was like her mom was wearing like an orange brown type of dress, and Haneen was wearing like all black with a black coat and a blue hijab.
And do you say a dress or a headdress?
uh what I think it was just a dress. I'm not sure.
You remember her being in a dress?
Yes, ma'am.
And then was Haneen in a dress or in pants then?
I believe it was pants.
Believe pants.
Yes, ma'am.
And when is the first time that you remember seeing Fatima's mom and sister?
When Fatima got free, they rushed over.
Okay. And that's the first time you remember seeing them.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember if Fatima's mom or sister ever struck or made contact with you?
Yes.
Who?
I believe it was both.
Do you remember specifically if her mom made contact with you?
Yes, he tried to grab me at the end.
She tried to grab you at the end?
Yes.
And you said you've previously met Mrs. Ali, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
So she knows who you are.
Yes, ma'am.
Did Fatima speak with you in like her normal voice or anything like that that you remember while her mom had her around the throat?
No, other than I can't breathe. And I believe that like she was still in shock and that
Okay.
like feeling someone's arms around her neck was
So when you say I can't, she said no, something like I can't breathe. Was it in her normal voice, a different voice, or is that an assumption or something you heard, or what does that sound like?
it was more like she scratched it out of her throat, like it was like a cough almost. Like it was like she couldn't really make it out.
And was that when she was standing up when you previously described, or down on the ground with her mom?
Down on the ground with her mom.
And what was Fatima's demeanor like once she is released from her dad and released from her mom and her sister? How does she appear to you?
Well, once we got free of them, like she just took off running to the school. Like I had to look back and then she was already like trying to get away.
And how did she appear?
Very like she was heartbroken for sure. Scared.
Okay.
She wanted to get away.
And what happens next? You start running for the school, and then what happens?
Her mom was low key like chasing behind us.
Did you say her mom was like low key chasing behind you?
I apologize. Yes,
That's
ma'am.
okay. What does that mean to you?
She was close to us for a second, and then we started to run faster
And so you ran faster, and where did you go?
to the school.
And who was running in front?
Fatima.
So were you following Fatima to the school?
More or less running alongside her. Yes.
And where did she go?
We went straight to the office.
Why did you go to the office?
Because we knew we could get help and be safe.
And did you see her mom during this period?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Who, if anyone, did you talk to in the school when you got there?
One of the counselors, the counselor that we seen at the door.
The counselor you'd seen at the door.
Yes, ma'am.
And where did you go? Did you stay there in the office or did you go somewhere else?
We went somewhere else.
Where else did you go?
We went to the a room in the office. I'm
A
sorry.
room in the office?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what happened next?
We were both in shock. The teachers were trying to figure out what was going on, and they were just checking us out, helping us get like water or like an ice pack.
And did police come?
Yes.
And when did the police come?
Maybe like 5 to 6, 7 minutes afterwards.
So pretty close in time.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you give a statement to police?
I'm not
Meaning,
sure.
did you talk to police?
Yes.
Did you talk to them then, later, with parents or without parents?
Without parents.
Okay. And did you get checked out by medical staff?
I think so, yes.
Okay. Did your parents come to the school?
Yes.
Okay. And then at some point, did you go to the hospital?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you call your parents?
I called my mom, yes. She was calling me before when it was going down.
Do you remember if you had photos taken of you at the time of these events?
I believe so.
Okay. Do you remember having photos taken?
More or less Fatima, not me.
Okay. You remember Fatima having photos, but you don't remember if you did.
Right.
Hey, Rich Runner.
You may.
Isaiah, I'm going to show you what's been admitted as States Exhibits 39 through 51. I'm going to ask you to look at those silently to yourself for a moment, and then look up at me when you're done, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Isaiah, do you recognize what I've handed you?
Yes, ma'am.
And what are those?
Pictures
Pictures of who?
of me.
And when you look at those pictures, are those pictures from October 18th of 2024?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you know that they're of that day?
Because I was wearing the same outfit.
Do you remember having those photographs taken now as you look at them, or do you still not remember those photos?
Yes, I remember.
Okay. And do those appear to be a true and accurate representation of how those injuries appeared to you at the time of these events?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I'll take them back to me. May I, Jenna?
You may.
Isaiah, do you remember who took those photos?
No, but I believe it was an officer.
Okay. And you just didn't recall that before?
Yes, ma'am.
Isaiah, have you looked at any videos associated with this case?
No, ma'am.
Do you remember seeing any of the school videos floating around, meaning any videos that any of your peers or students, other students would have taken?
Yes, ma'am.
Whose did you see? You have permission to publish States Exhibit 61?
You may.
Starting with State's Exhibit 61, what's already been admitted. I'm gonna play it for a moment and then hit pause and ask if you can identify some people in it, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Isaiah, do you see yourself anywhere in this video?
Yes, ma'am.
And where do you see yourself?
Punching Fatima's father.
Can you identify where you are in terms of this photograph itself?
Neck.
Sorry, the video, it's not a photograph.
On the ground next to them.
Are you in the top half of the video? Second person in from the left, or excuse me, from the right side of that still, where we're paused, right at 1 second.
Yes, ma'am. I am on the right.
Okay. And where is Fatima in this video?
Underneath her father.
Okay. Starting again. I hit pause. Who is that dragging? Do you know? We're paused now at 5 seconds in.
His name.
Fatima when he drug him.
No, ma'am.
Okay. And who was the walked up in the orange vest?
The bus driver.
Okay. Have you, Your Honor, permission to play State's Exhibit 34?
You may.
And starting this video at 2:12:52, and I'm going to ask you some questions, okay?
Yes,
Can you
ma'am.
indicate the view that you are publishing, please?
Yes, Your Honor, this is the road video, the road view of the video. I want to back, I've stopped it at 2:13:22. I want to back up just a couple of seconds. At 2, I'm going to hit play again and then hit pause. And so we stopped at 2:13:19. I know that there's a individual in white and you all are moving. What's happening during this portion of the video?
That's when he first grabbed her. We seen the bus coming, and he started grabbing her, pulling her away. I tried to pull him off of her.
Restarting it at 2:13:19. And what just happened at pause at 2:13:23? What just happened in the video?
He sucker punched me.
Okay. And who is currently pictured on the right-hand side, lower right corner of that video?
Fatima and her father.
Okay. Restarting it at 2:13:23. And hitting pause. As you're running up on
Can
them,
you
what?
indicate the pause time?
Yes, Your Honor. 2:13:26. As you're running up on them, what have you observed at that point? Why are you running up on them?
Because he had her and he just punched me. So
Did you have any concerns for her?
yes.
Restarting it at 2:13:26. And I paused it at 2:13:58. I'm gonna back up about 10 seconds. Do you see the individual that's just come across into the frame and is heading towards the incident?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember seeing him? He's standing on the sidewalk in this photograph at 2:13:58. Do you remember seeing him at the time?
No, ma'am. I believe I was still punching him.
Okay. I'm gonna back the video up just a moment. I'm gonna ask you to watch the right-hand side of the screen here by the tree, the very far right of that frame, and see if you recognize anyone entering the frame in the next 10 seconds.
And what time did you move it back to?
2:13:55. Did you see anyone come in on the right-hand side of that screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Who did you see come in? Okay. So Fatima's mother is on scene while these events are still going on. Is that fair?
Yes, ma'am.
And I've restarted it at that same time. So I've paused it at 2:14:55. I want to go back about 5 seconds
Yes, ma'am.
and tell me if you can see where Fatima is and what Fatima is doing. Actually, I've got it at 2:14:52. Do you see where Fatima is in that video?
No, ma'am.
Do you know who is on the ground here?
Yes,
Where the
ma'am.
white cursor is. Who is that?
I think it's her mom, Fatima's mom.
Okay, and is Fatima with her on the ground?
Yes.
Whose arms are reaching out to you?
I think it's Fatima. I'm not sure.
Do you remember Fatima's mom reaching out to you?
No, I don't think so.
Restarted at that same time, 2:14:55. I paused it at 2:15:08. Where did you go from standing up in this video?
I went down to get Fatima.
Okay, so Fatima was on the ground and you were trying to help Fatima.
Yes, ma'am.
Restarted at 2:15:08. I paused it at 2:15:23. What is happening on the right side of this video, just past the trees and essentially behind where Dad is laying down on the ground? What's going on in this time period of the video?
Fatima's mom and sister tried to get at her.
Is that when you were describing the tussle happening before you ran off to the school?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Restarting it at 2:15:23. I paused it at 2:15:35. Right behind the trees, do you see the woman in the red skirt?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a group of people with that woman in the red skirt?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember who moved behind the trees when the woman with the red skirt was there?
No, ma'am.
Do you remember the woman in the red skirt?
No, ma'am.
When you had the tussle with Fatima's mom and Fatima's sister, do you remember moving behind the trees?
No.
Okay. We're at 2:15:35, restarting. Okay, and I've stopped it at 2:15:53. Are you gone, you and Fatima gone by this point in the video?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Isaiah, I have no further questions for you at this time. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Mr. Kading, cross-examination.
Thank you, Your Honor. Morning, or afternoon, Isaiah.
Afternoon.
So a couple of things I wanted to clarify with you.
Yes, sir.
You've talked to the police previous in this case.
Yes, sir.
Gave a statement. Now, you originally said when you were talking to the police that when you got punched, you weren't sure what happened because things went black. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you told them you thought you had been knocked to the ground.
No, sir.
You didn't say that?
No, sir.
Okay. So if someone said that you had said that, that would be incorrect.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So you also said you weren't quite sure, and your testimony today was you didn't quite know how Fatima and her dad went to the ground, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, this was shortly after you had just been punched in the face, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, at that point when you got punched, were you angry at that point?
Angry and scared. Yes, sir.
Okay. And so at that point, then you decided to run towards Fatima and her father, right?
Yes, sir.
And as you ran towards them and got close to them, you kind of jumped off the ground and you punched Mr. Ali, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And as you punched him, then the three of you fell down, right?
Fatima was already falling towards the ground.
Okay. I'm going to show you a photograph. See if I can find it here. Your Honor, if I may approach.
You may.
I'm going to show you what's been marked as exhibit number 502. Take a look at that. It's kind of a still photo of one of the shots we just watched from the bus video. Okay. Do you recognize yourself there in the Nike backpack?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you see that you have your right arm raised as if to punch,
Yes, sir.
right? And then right in front of you is Mr. Ali and Fatima, and they are both actually on their feet at that point, aren't they?
Yeah, it looks like they finished slip and fall on the ground. Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the one or 2 seconds around that photo, though, they're still on their feet, right?
Yes, sir.
And it's only after you come at them and punch Mr. Ali that they fall to the ground.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. May I approach, Your Honor?
You may.
Now let's talk a minute, a little bit earlier than that. When you were at the bus stop and you saw her father's car, you were walking out with Fatima, right?
Yes, sir.
And Noah was with you?
No, sir. He was at the bus stop already.
He was already there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You remember speaking to me in May?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And we talked about what was going on there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you told me at that point, you said that you told Noah to quote, "Be prepared." Right?
More or less Fatima. I said that to Fatima.
Okay. So you're saying Noah wasn't even around when you said that?
No, I was saying that I told Fatima that, not Noah.
Okay. Be prepared. So in your mind, you were getting prepared for what?
For something, I don't know.
Okay. And then Fatima's father came up, started talking to the two of you.
To her, yes.
Okay. Talking to her, right? You didn't know what was being said.
No, sir.
And when the conversation started, things were pretty calm. He was just talking to her.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then apparently she kept saying no, right? You weren't sure what they're saying because they're speaking Arabic, right?
Yes, sir.
But you were getting the impression that she was not agreeing with what he was saying.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then at that point is when you decided to, what'd you say, put yourself kind of in between them?
Not in between, but on the side, yes.
On the side. How far away were you from them?
I was pretty close.
Okay. Can you give me a definition of pretty close?
Like next to their arms.
Okay. So within a few inches.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you're there, and then Mr. Ali grabs Fatima by the
Yes, sir.
shoulder, you said, right?
Yes, sir.
And then at that point, did you decide that you were going to stop that from happening and push his arm away?
Yes, sir. He was dragging her. Like he was dragging her. He grabbed her, started dragging her, and then I tried to move my arm away.
Okay, so he had her by the shoulder,
Mhm.
and then he was pulling her, and then you decided to push him.
Yes, I put my hand on his hand and my hand on her shoulder to try to pull him apart.
Okay, and now that's what we saw in the video, right?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Okay, and then after you get into the view of the video there, then Fatima kind of falls off to the side. He turns around and gives you a punch in the head, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then after that, he's trying to take her away some more, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you want that to happen.
Yes, sir.
So you went and you punched him,
Yes, sir. Because he
knocked
punched
him to
me.
the ground,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And then while he was on the ground, you continued to punch him in rapid succession, right?
Yes, sir.
And maybe hit him 30 or 40 times,
Yes, sir.
okay? And maybe kicked him in the head 3 or 4 times.
Yes, sir.
Okay, meanwhile, Caleb is hitting him as well.
Absolutely. Yes,
And
sir.
then it was Caleb that dragged him across the ground,
Yes, sir.
okay? Your other friend Zayla was there as well.
Yes, sir.
She was punching him.
Yes, sir.
All of this is happening at once,
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
yelling and screaming.
Yes, sir.
So essentially a pretty chaotic situation.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, you said you continued to punch him, and I believe you didn't testify to this, but what you had said before was you punched him until his head went soft, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And when you say that, what does that mean to you?
In the middle of his head, like when I kept punching, it just went off.
It
Right.
just went soft.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right. And his head went soft and he let go.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that was when all these other people started showing up.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so from that point on, did you see him move anymore?
No, man. Oh, no, sir.
No, sir. Okay. And then you were there just a few seconds. Haneen came in at that point, right after he had already let go of Fatima, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Haneen comes in and she starts yelling, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So she hadn't been there up to that point.
No, sir.
So the only thing she knew that was going on was that her father was laying there on the ground, right?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
And at that point, Fatima was no longer right there, right?
No, sir.
She had moved behind,
Yes, sir.
and she was sitting behind with her mother,
Yes,
right? Her mother had got there a few seconds before Haneen, right?
Absolutely.
So they're sitting on the ground back there. The man from the truck is sitting there on Mr. Ali's, on the ground next to Mr. Ali, holding him down. The bus driver was there for a short period of time, then he left, right?
Yes, sir.
And all the other people were gathered around,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay. And so at that point, you start having an interaction with Haneen, right? She's screaming, and then you start talking to her. As a matter of one point, you pushed her hand, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you were going to hit her again, but somebody stopped you, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you were mad at Haneen.
She grabbed my chain and broke my chain. She scratched my neck.
Okay. And did you ever tell anyone that?
Yes, my parents.
Okay. You didn't tell the police or anything that though.
I don't think so, but there's
Okay.
pictures.
All right. So she's there screaming. Her dad's laying on the ground. Her mom and her sister are back there behind him, and you're confronting her, pushing at her, and trying to hit her, right?
No, sir. Not trying to hit her.
You didn't bring your hand up?
No, more or less to like get her away from me. Yes.
Okay. Now, at some point, was there a time when you pushed Fatima and her mother to the ground?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and that was when they were behind Mr. Ali, and this was happening behind them?
Yes, when her mom was trying to take her, yes.
Okay. All right, and at the time all this was happening, you said you were 16 years old,
Yes, sir.
and Fatima was 17?
Yes, sir.
Now, you had previously talked to your parents about dating Fatima, right?
Yes, sir.
And you knew she wasn't supposed to be dating anybody,
Yes, sir.
but that didn't concern you too much, the two of you dated?
Yes, sir.
Okay, secretly,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay. For how long?
For a little while.
Okay, this happened on October 18th. How much is a little while?
Can you repeat the question?
How long were you dating?
A full year at that point, a year and a couple months. No, 9 months. I'm sorry.
9 months?
Yeah, 8 to 7 to 9 months, around that range.
Okay, so you had started dating sometime in February.
Yes, sir.
Did you ever go to Fatima's house, have dinner with her family, anything?
No, sir.
Did her family ever come to your house for dinner?
No, sir.
Did you ever have any interaction between the two families?
No, sir.
Okay. You met her sister Haneen on a couple occasions, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There was one time she gave you a ride somewhere,
Yes, sir.
and another time she saw you at a school dance or something. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Other than that, did you have any contact with Haneen?
Sometimes they would go to the park and I would be there.
Okay. So you would just happen to be there?
Yes,
Or was
sir.
that something that was set up for you and
Me and
Fatima?
Fatima. Yeah, we would go to the park and they would be there.
okay, so you'd set it up to be there at the same time?
Yes, sir.
All right. Everything then, it's fair to say that you know about the Ali family you got from Fatima, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, I didn't hear what you said when the prosecutor asked you if you'd ever talked to Mr. Ali prior. Had you ever spoken to him?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Members of the jury, we took a 10-minute recess a while ago, and normally we take a 15-minute recess in the afternoon. So we're going to take another 10-minute recess at this time. I'm going to ask the bailiffs to come forward and lead you back. Thank you. I say if you'll just stay there for a moment. You can go ahead and step down and then step outside the courtroom. Please be seated. I wanted to put the sidebar on the record that we had earlier this afternoon. We had a sidebar to discuss some logistical issues related to Isaiah's testimony. comfort item and some things like that. And the parties were in agreement. Anything to add to that sidebar, Ms. Stone?
No, you're right. Thank you.
Mr. Kading? We had,
Did we talk about accommodation too? Did we need to put that on the record?
I said the logistics of cross-examination.
Oh, okay, that's what we're talking. Okay, thank you. Yes, Your Honor, nothing to add.
All right, Mr. Larry?
Oh, yeah.
All right, we will be in recess for 10 minutes. Thank you.
All right, court's in recess.
Wow. I tell you, this testimony, we don't have any TiVo time, guys. No TiVo time. No TiVo time. Let's see here what we got going on in this chat. I'm like texting all over the place. Yeah. Yeah, these kids, right? This got to be hard. It look like they gonna take him through that whole afternoon, right? That's a long time. Yeah, that is a long time. Let's see here. Poor guy. I'm muted. I don't think. No, I think my mute button is on. I think I unmuted myself. Let's see. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think I'm muted. I hope I'm not muted. Right? I tell you. Good. I'm glad that you can hear me, Follow. You gotta fix it. Turn up the volume. I'm yelling now. That's right. Please don't mute me. Like, please don't mute me. I tell you, it's so funny that we ran across our little friend, right? With me being new to this, like, I don't really I can't tell what's aggression. I couldn't tell what's aggression or not when I'm looking at the chat. And since I was reading the prior chats, muted on your TV, turn your TV up. And since I was muted, I mean, not muted, look at me talk about muted. Since I was reading the prior chats, I really didn't see what was going on below me, right? And I'm like, when I get to something in all caps, and I'm like, well, this sounds like a person yelling at a person, right? And I ain't never seen this person before, and even with trying to welcome him, it was like, really? Really, we can't do that no better. But I kind of, when I was looking at, as I was telling Sherry, when I was looking through my comments, because I try to respond to everybody's comments as they're, commenting on the videos and stuff after the fact when I post them, I started kind of like seeing it in there, right? And I'm like, okay, well, long as it don't come to the stream, I'm good, right? So, yeah. Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, like I'm like, what is this about? Like, I'm trying to figure out what are they screaming about? Because that's exactly what it sounded to me, like a person screaming at somebody, right? And it seemed like he just kept going at oh gosh, her name is her thing is escaping me, but y'all know who I'm talking about, who he just kept going after. And I'm like, well, what the? Let me hurry up and just block him. I'm going to block and I'll ask questions later. I don't have time for that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to block and ask questions later. Good. And as we grow and, different people got different things to do, right? Make sure you send me that thing, Mother of Papillons. Okay, so you say lots of channels give them timeouts to be people that use all caps. Oh, okay. Is that the thing? I'm gonna check because I just call myself responding to your email. Just email me. Because I want to have your email. I think that's really my purpose of it. Oh, because I really want to probably have your email, right? And I'm pretty sure you do not want to put your email address in here, right? Okay. Let me go look and check. Yeah, and I don't yeah, and I just don't want that over here. Like, I'm cool on all that. Oh, you know what? You are right. TYK, you are absolutely right. You are right. You are right. I did not send you an email. And let me see. Primary. No, Fala, I didn't get anything just yet. Remember, I mistyped it. It got 2 L's at the end. So that may be why I didn't get it. It's the same everything that you have, but instead of just 1 L at the end, it's trial with 2 L's. Yep, it's 2 L's. Yeah, they wouldn't let me get the 1 L. Somebody had got to it before me. How dare them, right? Right, Ms. General? Yeah, like I don't know, Father. I don't think she want that. Yeah, so yeah, absolutely. Like I want this to be I'm doing this because I enjoy it, right? I don't want to be people to come in here and people come here because they enjoy the chat and being free and being okay, right? We don't want that extra drama. That's why I said if you want to research or you want to do something, you can always, they can always start their own channel, right? And preach it all out there, right? All right, Rachel. We'll be here. Hey, Lynn. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and I'm not trying to be like, hardcore or anybody. I just want everybody to be okay and respectful to each other. Because I wouldn't like it if somebody was beating up on me in the chat or disrespecting me in the chat or anything like that. And nobody wants to see that through somebody's timeline when they're doing things. So you're right. Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, that's the way this gonna have to operate because I definitely don't want us to be this old ratchet ghetto rough chat,
And so
right?
if you could get Ms. Stone, please, and
We can
ask
find
that
a
Isiah
lot of
return to the
places.
stand.
Your Honor, I just pulled up a second.
Yeah, we can find that a lot of places. Yeah, and then that's fine. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Yeah, and I don't want that over here, Lynn. Like honestly, and I truly appreciate, the people that's good and that are here, they're meant to be here. And the people that are not, then they are not. Right? And it's okay. I'm fine, right? We fine, right? And all our newbies and all the new people that join us and come over, yeah, we'll be fine, right? But we not about to be doing all of that. I was like, I started panicking. I was getting nervous. I'm like, what is going on? And then I see everybody like getting at them. I'm like, oh, whoa. Let me just delete this. I don't even know what they said. I don't know. So I guess we're gonna make house rules. Okay. The first thing, I don't know. Let me think of some house rules. We know we're not about to do all the caps. Right. Right, film. Like, I'm like, oh gosh, let me just delete and I'll ask later. Let me delete. I don't know what he said. After I see the first caps, I was like, right, Pretty Brown? Yeah, we've been growing and we've been doing everything very positive over here. And unfortunately, we just gonna come across those things. Let's do a mass EVO and figure out how to get things settled. No personal attacks. Good. That works for me. Definitely no all caps, because that sounds like you screaming and yelling at somebody, right? Like, no, we're not doing the all caps. Okay, no personal attacks. I can deal with that. We're gonna be respectful. No victim blaming. Yes, 3, be respectful. Personal attacks, race, religion, judgmental, right? No politics. They say that you stay away from church and state, right? Like, let's leave. Like, I don't know anything about nothing in politics, right? They saying like in the trials, Lynn, or in the chat. Yeah, we don't have to do that. No politics. Lynn, I have that. The only thing I would ask you is when you saying victim blaming in the chat, are you speaking of questioning a person's intentions behind something? I don't know. Maybe I done had too much of the Diddy trial. Only because a lot of people, at least when a lot of people will think that you were victim blaming. Yeah, because I'm like, I don't know. I think it depends on what we're doing. Okay. Yeah, I think it's kind of what we may be doing and what we're. Yeah, that's what you was thinking. Yeah. So I think that we address those as they come through and depending on what subject matter we on. Is that fair? Okay, she's saying no, making fun of people, how they look, etc., or is their fault, etc. So y'all see what she's suggesting in that regards? Yeah, shaming in general, right? Right. Yeah. Okay, follow. Yeah, that's a good example. Like we can still address that, but we're not saying that it's okay. And I think that's like in most of the cases. I think Lynn is talking about specifically members in the chat. You talk. Oh, that's what you're talking about, Lynn. Specifically, like us talking about each other. Right. Yeah. I just think that go with 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, and I think that if we see something that's a little concerning, we all adults and we can use our judgment, and we got some good minds. They've been doing it. Even with Benny, she can kind of like see some things. So yeah. So everybody that has a wrench will continue on, and we'll take it from there. And rules are meant to be adjusted, right, and added to. So hopefully we don't run into that problem at all here, because I don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable. Like that is not what I'm trying to do. And so if I'm on the edge of my seat in regards to feeling uncomfortable, then yeah, we can't do that. Okay, guys. Well, I think that if okay, so if they do it in a I guess what we want to call a shorthand, and it's not gonna get me kicked off of YouTube or get me thumbs down or whatever. Yeah, well, I think that if we see something where they don't like certain words, just like like I mentioned to somebody in the chat that they didn't like the R word, right? Even though they typed it all the way out. So I just sent a chat in the chat, just letting her know I removed her comment because they don't like the R word. You have to say it in a different way or something. Yeah, great, right? Or something to that effect. It became sad that even with YouTube, you can't use the standard dictionary, right? No, Gina, we're not gonna ban you. No, Gina, no, that is not happening. Redrum. Yeah, so I think that we'll be fine with those things, but we want to definitely, yeah, because I mean, it's times when I want to, use inappropriate language, right? But yeah, when we in the chat, we do want to keep it, and I may even have to ask you, like I'm learning, right? Because when they said red rum, I was like, I don't know. Words. Oh gosh, I would have never even went that far. But guys, they back from their break. I'm gonna take us in. We'll think about it. If y'all think of anything else that y'all want to share in regards to that, definitely let me know. I don't want to. I know y'all want to get back to his testimony in some shape, way, form, or fashion. Okay. Look at it backwards. Oh. Wow.
Okay, I need you to wait until the prosecutor comes back.
Oh, it looks like they're waiting for the prosecutor to come back. Let's see here. That's right. Just be nice. We're going to put that big on the screen. Just be nice. Right? When you come through the door, just be nice. Right? And be the same people that come in here and don't even want to hit the like button or nothing. Right? Just coming in here bothering people. We was minding our own business. We all knew what was going on in this chat. We knew what we was discussing. Yeah, you come back and all types of stuff didn't change. OnlyFans, we got rules, regulations, and you get to be put in jail. Yes, we are definitely gonna keep it this way. I can't, I can't, it ain't. Yeah, I don't want no parts of that extra stuff. Okay, here we go, guys. That's right, OS. Yes, we are in here. Okay, guys, I'm gonna mute up so they.
Please be seated. Mr. Leary, cross-examination.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Are you okay if I call you Isaiah?
Yes, sir.
All right. How's your summer going?
It's going pretty chill.
What are you doing this summer?
Watching my little brother.
Okay. You guys get along?
Absolutely.
Okay. Have you always gotten along?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Congratulations. All right. I appreciate you being here.
Yes, sir.
And if you do need to take a break, let me know. Okay. So we want to talk about October 18th last year.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's a day you probably remember a lot better than, say, October 17th or October 16th. Fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when you were in class in first period
Yes, sir.
and Fatima comes to class, did you know where she had been that morning?
No, sir.
So you were surprised to see her?
Yes, sir.
Throughout the day, you did have an opportunity to have conversations with her. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And it was your understanding that she had run away. Fair?
Yes.
Okay. So when you were headed to the bus that afternoon, it was your understanding that she didn't want to go home, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you, from your standpoint, we're going to help her not go home. Fair?
Yes, sir.
And so kind of your intention was when you see dad, you were going to support her, right?
Absolutely.
And that meant potentially making sure that she didn't have to go home. Fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's why you were standing by her initially with dad, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you were there to support her, correct?
Yes, sir.
And her decision to run away, right?
Yes, sir. She had a place to go, though.
But like not home.
Yes, sir.
And you had told Caleb, your friend, basically, let me know if he's coming, right?
No, sir.
Okay. Did you know that he got out of the truck?
Yes, sir.
And how you saw him get out of the truck?
It was a little bit of both. I told Noah to let me know if he got out of the truck, and then he was like, okay. And once he went, I kind of peeked, and then I seen him hop out the truck. Yes.
So you were kind of hyper aware.
Yes, sir.
How many times had you seen, or how many times had how many times had Mr. Ali seen you prior to October 18th?
He shouldn't have seen me.
Ever?
No, sir.
Okay. So may have known your name, but really had no idea who you were.
Absolutely.
Okay. And you didn't necessarily introduce yourself to him when he walked up. Fair?
No, sir.
Okay. So his focus appeared to be on his daughter, correct?
Yes, sir.
Having a conversation with her,
Yes,
correct?
sir.
Appeared calm at first.
Yes, sir.
And then as Fatima didn't want to go, things then kind of went downhill from there, correct?
Yes, sir.
And so then as you physically intervene, he doesn't necessarily know who you are, fair?
Yes, sir.
And so doesn't know you from, doesn't know Caleb, didn't appear to recognize anybody at the bus stop except his daughter, fair?
Yes, sir.
All right. So then we have the physical confrontation, right?
Yes, sir.
And, we've seen the video struggle, you getting punched initially, correct?
Yes, sir.
Fair to say that upsets you, right?
Absolutely.
Reasonably so. And then you then go over to him by the tree in the dirt area, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And then you punch him back, correct?
Yes, sir.
And then I think you testified to Mr. Kading that the punches were between 30 and 40 punches to him, correct?
Yes, sir.
Not successful at first, right?
Yes, sir.
But ultimately felt like it was successful in the end to get him to release her, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. Punching him hard?
Yes, sir.
You broke your hand, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How long did that take to heal?
I'm not sure I remember, but it wasn't like it was like not a long time, but not a quick time.
Okay. So right hand or left hand?
Right hand.
And so like a knuckle?
Yes, sir.
And that presumably was from punching, fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I would like to show you Exhibit 34 with the court's permission.
You may.
Thank you. And as that's coming up on the screen, so the jury knows that this is from the transit video, and there's like 8 different cameras all throughout the bus, but this is the one that kind of provides the best picture, and it is labeled front, okay? Now, I have it queued up to 2:13:57. You see the little green time stamp on that? Can you read that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so at this point, we see the individual running across the street. Do you recognize that person?
No, sir.
Okay. You described 2 adults, correct?
Yes, sir.
At least 2 male adults, fair?
Yes, sir.
With one of them being the bus driver, correct?
Yes, sir.
And do you see the bus driver there?
Yes, sir.
And describe what he's wearing.
He's wearing an orange vest.
Okay. And then we see this other individual, and I think it'll become clear who he is as he runs in, okay? But at this point, you don't recognize or what his role is?
No, sir.
Okay. And it's really kind of hard to see a little bit, but what I would love for you to do is focus on kind of above the vest, the orange vest, and we're talking about, the screen just went black, so we'll wait till it comes back up, okay?
Yes, sir.
We did have a problem with that cable. That was yesterday.
Okay, I may need to go back to the desk. But... I'm going to go back to the desk. Okay, all right, we're going to adjust.
Yes,
Hang
sir.
tight. Okay. All right, here we go. A little technical difficulties, just unplugged. Give this another shot. Okay, so what I'd love for you to do is kind of watch in the next 3 seconds, kind of in the area above where the bus driver is leaning. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
And we're talking on the right side of the frame, kind of middle, okay?
Yes, sir.
And tell me if you see Fatima's mom arrive, okay?
Yes, sir.
We'll tell you that we did practice this on break. Okay, I'm gonna close this out and then reload it from the stick, okay? what you're seeing is all 8 versions, and I'm going to close it out to get to just the one. And this is still Exhibit 34. And I'm going to move it to 2:13:55. Okay, so we went back a little bit further. So it's about the next 5 seconds. You see the individual getting out of the truck on the
Yes, sir.
left-hand side? All right. And we have the bus driver leaning down.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Did you see her mom walk in?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we paused it at 13:59. All right, and so who has the beige backpack on the left?
I believe that is Zayla.
Okay. Zayla?
Yes.
And when I say the left, I'm talking about the group of kids center right of the screen. Okay, so we know that Fatima's mom is on scene at 13:59. Would you agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And we know that the individual got out of the truck and he arrived roughly at the same time, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And at this point, have you been successful in terms of punching Mr. Ali to get him to release?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. So now I'm going to have you kind of identify where you are because you're kind of moving around in this. So we're now playing at 13:59. Okay. I'm stopping it at 2:14:15. Okay. So we're now roughly 15, 16 seconds after mom has arrived, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you have stood up and you are now, do you see yourself in there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, where are you?
I am on the left.
And if the how would you describe yourself to the jury so they can tell who you are?
I am wearing the Nike backpack.
So it looks like kind of blue jeans or light blue pants
Yes, sir.
and a black hoodie,
Yes, sir.
and you've got a Nike backpack, and you are standing to the left of the bus driver, correct?
Yes, sir.
And it would appear that now a third male is just standing there. Fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so now stopping at 2:14:22. So now this is roughly 22 to 23 seconds after mom's arrived, and now you are standing by what appears to be kind of like a small maple tree to the far left of the group. Fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And again, we're still talking about the kids, the group of people center right of the photo.
Yes, sir.
And what is your attention on at this point?
I think I was in shock. I was very unsure what was going on. At first, once they got to the ground, I was like, okay, that's her daughter, But once her hands started to get closer and Fatima said she couldn't breathe, that's when I stepped in and tried to pull her away.
Okay. And so, and all of that happened kind of before mom got, right? So you were punching. Success. She's released. So that's roughly at about 2:14, right?
Yes, sir.
I have to assume adrenaline is just pulsing through your veins. Is that fair?
Absolutely.
Okay. And so you kind of get up and you've now walked around, and then now 22 seconds after kind of a mark where we think that Fatima has been released. Fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you're kind of standing around like,
What's going on?
what is going on?
Right.
Okay. This has been a relatively short period of time. Fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now you're still standing, and forgive me, I forgot her name of the beige backpack.
Zayla.
Say it.
Zayla.
Zayla?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and so she was standing with you, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, there appears to be a woman who she's holding something up. Is that Fatima's sister?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what is she doing at this point?
She is being obnoxious in my face, recording,
Yeah.
and asking me what I'm doing.
You're kind of frustrated, fair?
Absolutely.
Upset?
Absolutely.
Your focus throughout this whole process has been, I want to protect my girlfriend, correct?
Yes, sir.
And got in a very significant physical struggle with her dad, correct?
Yes, sir.
Feels like she's safe. You can kind of take a deep breath.
Right.
And then all of a sudden she's up in your face filming you. Fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yelling at you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you yelling back or at least standing your ground?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your attention is on her. Fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So now we're at 2:14:33 where I paused.
Yes, sir.
And we just saw that you raised your fist towards her, correct?
Yes, sir.
Didn't hit her,
Yes, sir.
but you were not happy with her.
No,
correct?
because she grabbed me. Like,
And so like there is now a confrontation between you and sister. Fair?
yes, sir.
Okay. And Zayla is now holding you back with sister, correct?
Yes, sir.
So we're now roughly 34 seconds after mom's arrival, correct?
Yes, sir.
And up until this point, your focus really hasn't been on mom at all. Fair?
Yes, sir.
Because you're
I'm distracted.
taking a deep breath.
Right.
What is going on? I'm kind of walking over, right?
Yes, sir.
You then all of a sudden are thrust into a confrontation with her sister, right?
Yes, sir.
And it's not a confrontation that you started, right?
No, sir.
She walked up on you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And why the raised fist?
Because she got a hold of my forearm and I raised it back and like was thinking like, why did she do that? Like, why is she trying to get a hold of me?
Okay. And what message did you want to send her with the raised fist?
There was no message. It was more or less like a pullback, like a pullback of instinct, like don't touch me.
Okay.
You know, after what just happened.
Now, to be fair, it wasn't just a pullback. It was also kind of a message like, stop.
Right.
Okay. So now I want to take a step back before we return to the video. Okay. So at this point, this hasn't gone particularly well. Would you agree?
Yes, sir.
Your hope when you walked out of that school was you guys were going to get on the bus together, right?
Yes, sir.
And so where you guys were going was at least in the same direction on the same bus, correct?
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, dad was there, right?
Yes, sir.
And things kind of went off the rails, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have talked about kind of, you don't know what anyone's intentions are, right?
Right.
You know what's your thinking, fair?
Absolutely.
You don't know what dad is thinking, right?
Right.
You don't know what Fatima's thinking, right?
Right.
You don't know what her sister Haneen is thinking,
Absolutely not.
and you don't know what her mom is thinking, right?
Right.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
It's safe to say that you are kind of in camp Fatima, right?
Yes, sir.
That is who you are most interested in protecting, right?
Yes, sir.
Your girlfriend, correct?
Absolutely.
And who has suffered harm before your very eyes, right?
Correct.
At the hands of her dad.
Yes.
And then her sister is all of a sudden coming at you. It's like, this is part two, right?
Ridiculous.
Okay. So then you see her mom, correct?
Yes, sir.
And we're going to see this on the video in a second. She's on the ground with Fatima, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, walking into the situation, you expected that she didn't want to be with her dad, correct?
Yes, sir.
Didn't want to be with her mom,
Yes, sir.
didn't want to be with her sister.
Yes, sir.
And you were going to make sure and help her So you were there to support her, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So eventually you come to her attention that she's on the ground with her mom, right?
Yes, sir.
And you didn't necessarily see how they got on the ground, right?
It was a little like scuffle between me, Zayla, and Fatima. Like we were trying to like pull her away, and Fatima was low-key trying to pull away. And like us due to the pulling, they fell to the ground.
Okay. And at this time, you can hear Mrs. Ali saying, my daughter, right?
Correct.
Okay. And she sounded upset, crying,
Yes, sir.
worried.
I'm uncertain.
What's that?
I'm uncertain.
We're uncertain. Okay. Okay, so we can fire back up. Thank you. If I may continue to publish on it. Thank you. So this is, we're going back to Exhibit 34. I last paused it at 2:14:33. Okay, so this is just after you raised the arm up at Haneen, and then Zayla is attempting to intervene to keep you guys separate, right?
Correct.
Okay. Stopping at 2:14:40. So over this now time, Zayla has kind of pulled you back further towards the maple tree, correct?
Yes, sir.
And so for the record, and do you know why we talk about the record? So we have to describe what's on the screen for the
Absolutely.
person typing. So this is ever read, they can kind of try to piece what we're looking at, okay?
Yes, sir.
So you got a group of people in the middle of the right-hand portion of the screen, and you see Zayla with the beige backpack who's kind of pulled you back, and you continue to be back until 2:14:40. Fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you continue to stand there, correct? And
Yes,
now
sir.
the bus driver has left, and we have at 2:14:48, we have a really clear view of you and Zayla, and there's a woman in the white top. Do you know who that is?
Yes, sir.
Who's that?
Her name is just
You know the woman or the classmate in the green pants?
yes, sir.
Okay.
That is Athena.
Athena. Okay. So you guys are kind of separated from the group is somewhat dispersing a little bit at this point. Fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I just paused it a little late, but did you see? Let me rewind it a little bit, okay? And I'm going to try to stop it a little early, okay? So I rewound.
Moved it back to.
So I rewound it to 2:14:43, okay?
Yes, sir.
And I'm hitting play. You see the bus driver leaving. And you see, so we have the guy who we don't know in the blue jacket and green hat, right?
Yes, sir.
And then we can see Haneen, what appears to be Haneen, right?
Yes, sir.
And then in between those two, we can see an arm. And I think Miss Stone was asking you about that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so we can then see your attention and Zayla's attention is now looking kind of down in the direction of Mr. Ali and potentially Fatima. Fair?
Yes, sir.
And it would appear that Fatima's already on the ground at this point, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's not really clear how she got on the ground at this point in the time right before this. Fair from the video?
Yes, sir.
Because we know that you were standing off to the corner of the maple tree, right?
Right.
And you were having this confrontation with Haneen.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now your attention is focused and she is on the ground with her mom, correct?
Correct.
Now, we talked previously and I asked you, like how long she was on the ground for. And you had said astutely, well, which time, right? Because there was the time when she was on the ground with her dad, right?
Right.
And that was a long period of time, relatively speaking, right?
Yes, sir.
And then the time on the ground with the mom, you said was relatively brief, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So she's now on the ground. And this was where the point where you were concerned about what she was doing, what mom was doing to daughter, right?
Correct.
Okay. Not when you were standing up.
No, sir, I wasn't paying attention.
Okay. And not when she was running towards the school. The question about whether, she was grabbing her inappropriately
Mhm.
was when she was on the ground, right?
Correct.
Okay. So I'm now stopping at 2:14:57, and it would appear that you're arguing again with Haneen, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Haneen is still continuing to kind of get in your face a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Okay, agitate.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Make me seem like I'm the villain.
I'm sorry.
Make me seem like I'm the villain because she was recording. So,
Okay, so I'm old.
yes, sir.
2 months ago, I got hearing aids. It was a little traumatic for me. So if you can repeat what you just said. So she got back up on you, and what did you say?
She was recording, like trying to make me seem like I was the villain.
She was recording and trying to make you seem like the villain.
Yes, sir.
And so what gave you the impression that she was trying to make you the villain?
She was continuously trying to get at me.
Okay. And wasn't she making accusations against you like, you hit me?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember that?
Absolutely.
Okay. And you were like, I didn't hit you.
At all.
And the video doesn't show you hitting her, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. So you're focused on Haneen. This is 2:14:57. So now we are just a couple of seconds shy of 1 minute since mom got here, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I'm stopping at 2:15:03, and it appears that you go down to pull Fatima up. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
From mom's arms.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Starting again. Stopping at 2:15:14. And as this is going on, everyone else is just kind of standing around, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so like the guy in the blue jacket and hat, he's talking to another student, correct?
Yes, sir.
And is that Caleb with backpacks maybe?
I believe so.
Okay, and he's talking, and everybody's kind of standing around. The passerby with the hat who's holding Mr. Ali down, he's just sitting there, right?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ali's not moving.
Yes, sir.
And there's kind of the struggle where you are trying to pull Fatima up from her mom.
Absolutely.
Okay. And her mom doesn't really want to let her go, right?
No, sir.
Okay. But you succeed, right? And I'm hitting play. All right. So now at 2:15:21, I could see the backpack maybe at 2:20. I'm sorry, at 15:20, where the backpack gets up, and you have now started your way towards the school, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you're off to the school, correct?
Yes, sir.
You guys run.
Yes, sir.
Mrs. Ali is following you, correct?
Yes. So is Haneen.
And so is Haneen.
Yes, sir.
But mom isn't running, correct?
Not quite yet.
Okay. And really doesn't ever really,
Get to us. No, sir.
yeah, you guys, with every passing moment, you guys are putting more ground on her, correct?
Yes, sir.
And she was never, once she left this spot, she wasn't catching you guys, correct?
No, sir.
And you never saw her again.
No, sir.
Okay. So on the ground, she's being held. So Fatima is sitting down on the ground at this point, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And her mom is behind her,
Yes, sir.
has her arms around her.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So
And she's-
can you describe how you just did your arms, please?
Fair enough. Absolutely. All right. So I'm standing, but she was actually seated, right?
Yes, sir.
And she had, and can you describe for me how her arms, I kind of raised my arms in kind of a a circle motion? Like
Yes, sir.
if Fatima is if her back is to my chest and I'm going around her, correct?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Her back was towards her mom's chest, but her mom's arm was around not like her chest area, but more towards like her neck, shoulder area.
Okay,
Like
and
right
so,
here.
and you're, if I can now describe what you're doing, right? You have an arm that is, upper chest, correct?
Yes, sir.
You did not describe it like up against her neck, right?
No, sir.
And from your standpoint is like, oh no, we're not doing this again, right? And that's why you intervened, correct?
Yes, sir.
It was more concerned about where this could go as opposed to what you saw. Is that fair?
Absolutely.
Okay. And you know that it was time to put an end to this, right?
Absolutely.
She had the issue with dad, correct?
Yes, sir.
And it was time to we're going to get out of here, right?
Yes, sir.
And you weren't going to let mom stop, right?
No, sir.
Okay. And Fatima had a hard time talking, right?
Absolutely.
Given what she had just gone through.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did you see her kind of pass out under dad?
Yes, sir.
And did you see her kind of wake up afterward?
Yes, sir.
And was it like a light switch?
No, sir.
So it was kind of, she's coming back.
Slowly, yes.
All right. I don't have any further questions.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate this.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Stone, redirect.
Touche.
Did you keep that exhibit? 601.
Here. What's it? That's what I should.
You're close. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Kading had asked you some questions about whether you caused Fatima and her dad to fall, or if they only fell after you punched him. What is your recollection of the status of Fatima and her dad when you made contact with them? Were they upright, standing solid, or were they in movement?
They were in movement.
So they may have been on their feet and they may have been on the ground following the punch, but those two things, are they necessarily related?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And at the time that you punched Mr. Ali and they fell, did he already have his daughter in a headlock?
Yes, ma'am. He was getting there. Yes.
And Mr. Leary asked you about the injury to your hand. So let me ask you a question.
Yes,
When
ma'am.
you were punching Mr. Ali, you broke your hand. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You knew after the fact.
Yes.
Okay. So did his head go soft or did your hand go soft?
It was probably my hand that went soft.
Okay. And I want to make sure that I understand, because throughout the period of time, from the time that you see Mr. Ali put his daughter in a headlock to the time that man from the truck arrives and does whatever he does to Mr. Ali, does Mr. Ali release his daughter at any point during that stage? Meaning, is he still choking his daughter throughout that period of time?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you say you believe you were successful, do you believe you were successful in getting her released prior to that, or as a result of the punches, or were you successful in punching him and then also he released his daughter? Does that question make sense?
Yes. Can I say the second option, or do I?
Tell me what you think.
He released when when I was done punching him, I knocked him out, and then that's he just closed his eyes and.
At the same time that man got there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So there wasn't something else that happened in between there that we have missed. Is that correct?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Just to be clear, you weren't, Fatima wasn't supposed to be dating you. You knew that. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And Fatima knew that.
Yes, ma'am.
So when Mr. Kading asked if you had dinner their house? Would you have been welcome to have dinner at their house based on what you knew?
No, ma'am.
Your Honor, speculation.
Sustained.
Were you ever invited over to their house?
No, ma'am.
Had you been to their house?
No, ma'am.
Had you been in front of their house?
Yes, ma'am.
Had you been asked to leave?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if you weren't allowed to be in front of the house, is it fair to say you wouldn't have allowed to been inside of the house?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. And you'd known Fatima for quite a while at this point, is that fair?
Yes, ma'am.
So she had confided in you during the course of this time, is that correct?
Absolutely.
So when Mr. Kading asked you that everything you knew about the Ali family was based on Fatima, is that over the course of a lengthy period of time?
Yes, ma'am.
And without giving any details, during your experience with Fatima, had you seen information consistent with those statements?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Had you had your own interaction with Mrs. Ali consistent with the information?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Mr. Kading showed you Exhibit 601. Do you remember, or excuse me, he asked you specifically about whether you had ever said anything about Haneen grabbing you in your chain. Do you remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
And he said you've never said that to anyone before. Is that correct? Do you remember that line of questions?
Yes, I remember the line of questions.
May I approach, Your Honor?
You may.
May I approach? I'm going to show what's been marked as Defense Exhibit 601. I'm going to ask you to look at page 57
Yes, ma'am.
and lines 12 through 21, please. Review that silently and then look up at me when you're done. And did I give you an opportunity to look at that before we restarted today?
Yes, ma'am.
And by today, I mean this afternoon.
Yes, ma'am.
And based on what you reviewed in Exhibit 601, lines 12 through 21 on page 57, had you made that statement before about Haneen attacking you and grabbing at your chain?
Yes, ma'am.
Who did you make that statement to?
I believe an officer.
What are the initials next to line 12? Are there initials listed next to it or right before it, asking the question?
It says TL. I'm not
So
sure.
a TL, would that be Defense Counsel Tim Leary?
Yes, ma'am.
So defense, in fact, had previously asked you, and not Mr. Kading, but was Mr. Kading a part of that interview with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember doing that interview?
Yes, ma'am.
So in fact, you've made that statement before to defense counsel when they asked.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I'll take that back. May I have her turn? You may. When we talked about, well, let me back up. How would you describe Mr. Ali's size compared to you?
He's bigger than me.
And when you said he put, he grabbed her, he put a hand on her, was that hand a gently, come with me? Was it something else?
It was something else.
Okay. So how would you describe the manner in which he grabbed her?
Aggressively.
And how would you describe her size compared to him?
Smaller.
Do you know how many times you punched Mr. Ali, or is that just a number that you are agreeing to because defense counsel provided it?
It's a number that I'm agreeing to. I'm unsure.
Okay, you haven't counted.
No, ma'am.
So let me make sure I understand. During the course of this, you have been struck by Mr. Ali during
Yes,
this
ma'am.
event. You've watched him choke his daughter. Is
Yes,
that
ma'am.
accurate? You have had mom touching you.
Yes, ma'am.
And you have a no contact order with mom at that time.
Absolutely.
And now you have the sister Haneen who has scratched you, broke your chain,
Yes, ma'am.
and she's in your face,
Yes,
correct?
ma'am.
And so when counsel asks you, you don't know what any of these individuals' intentions are you watching their actions?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
And are you gathering information about their intentions based on the actions that they're taking towards you and the other children on scene that day?
Yes, ma'am.
Last question. When I don't recall plainly if it was Mr. Kading or Mr. Leary, but when they asked about, I believe it was Mr. Kading, said when you were inserting yourself into this situation, this is a situation, was this a situation that you initiated or that you were sent off on by school officials?
Can you rephrase the question?
Sure. Did you tell Fatima, hey, I coordinated this nonprofit stay for you and let's go get on this bus together? Or was that information given to you by other adults that worked at the school?
Other adults that worked at the school.
So when they sent you out, they sent you with Fatima out to do that thing. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this isn't something that you personally have inserted yourself in versus being, I don't know if directed is the right word, directed, invited, acquiesced by the school. Is that fair?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the adults involved in this situation knew this plan, created this plan, and were a part of this plan. Is that fair?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Thank you.
Mr. Kading, recross?
If I could just try to clarify. Your Honor, if I may approach the witness with Exhibit 601,
You may.
page 57.
Thank you.
I'm looking at that exhibit on that page. Did you ever say on that page that your chain was broken?
Yes, sir.
You did. Can you tell me on which line you said that?
Line 12.
What does it say?
I'm not sure this is the correct wording.
Okay, hang on. Let me take a look and see what you're looking at. All right, line 12. Could you read that into the record for me, please?
I'm having a hard time understanding. Can you read it for me?
I'm
Okay.
sorry, I didn't hear that.
I was having a hard time understanding it. I asked him if he could read it to me.
I'm not sure. Your Honor, would you allow me to read the line to him?
Yes.
Line 12, Isaiah Williams. You said, yeah, like Haneen, like it was an identical chain to this one. She came ripping up very fast and she was trying to she grabbed me, scratched my face a little bit, started to grab me, and I pushed, stepped on, football step on her on and off. And her mom's trying to get me, I'm just trying to football step on her. And Fatima just starts to take off running. That's how it reads. I read that. I didn't see anything about her breaking your chain.
It wasn't step. I stepped on her, not a football step. I don't know what that is.
Okay, I'm just reading the answer. That you
Yes,
gave.
sir. I understand.
Okay, I just to clarify, I just wanted to make sure I hadn't missed anything. Thank you. No further questions.
Mr. Larry, recross?
One short issue. So when Mrs. Ali approached the scene,
Yes, sir.
she went to her daughter, is that correct?
I believe so. Yes.
She didn't go to you, correct?
No, sir.
Didn't try to talk to you,
No,
correct?
sir.
And her attention was on her daughter, correct?
Absolutely.
You then went to her and kind of extracted Fatima, correct?
Correct.
You went running off to the school, correct?
Yes, sir.
She followed at some distance, but then just didn't go anywhere. Is that right?
Absolutely.
All right, thank you.
Any further direct examination?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
May this witness be excused?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
Just a moment. Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Larry? Isaiah, you are excused. You may step down. You're free to stay in the courtroom or
Yes,
leave
ma'am.
however you so desire.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. At this time, I'm going to ask the bailiffs to come forward in just a moment, lead you back to the jury room, and then you're going to be excused for the day. We are going to resume at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Please, well, truly thank you for your time and attention. And remember all of the instructions that I have given you. Ensure that you continue to be vigilant and ensure that you do not receive any information about this case other than in this courtroom. Thank you. Please be seated. Mr. Kading, we specifically addressed an issue at sidebar related to the examination of Isiah. And then you asked him exactly what we talked about not doing, not asking him to read from the transcript. Ultimately, it was too short of a time for me to interject. I thought I would call more attention to it by doing that. And he handled it pretty well by asking you to read it to him. But when we discuss how we're going to handle things, I expect the lawyers to follow what we are going, what has been stated will happen and or will not happen.
Understood, Your Honor. My understanding was the prosecutor had him just read it seconds before and had him answer questions based upon what he read. He stated that it said in there that his chain had been broken. I didn't know what to do at that point since it didn't say that.
You could have asked for a sidebar. We could have taken a recess. Specifically, we talked about not asking him to read. You asked him to read in front of the jury the transcript. I'm just indicating that I would like those parameters followed.
I apologize, Your Honor. I thought he had read it just seconds before. I didn't know it was going to be an issue, and I thought.
All right. Any issues from the state's perspective, Ms. Stone, before we recess?
No, Your Honor, I think all of our, no, thank you.
All right. And you expect 2 witnesses tomorrow morning, and then we expect